It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Eagles and the Panthers, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin with my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at the Panthers in this matchup, and they know that they are in for a fight here.
And anytime you're dealing with the #1 defense in the league, all through your preparation, you know that yards are going to be tough to come by. But working in their favor, they can run the football. One of the top 5 teams in the league in that category. So I expect this one to be a tight, hard-hitting affair, and both teams playing to their strengths.
Turn to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. McCaffrey on the toss right. Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A great run, yes, but something you pointed out to me on film is when they get outside the tackles, their wide receivers are really good at blocking.
And this is a team that values those wide receivers actually blocking. They actually get congratulated and noted for their blocking during a game. They can have a 10-catch game, but if they don't block well, it's going to be a long week for them in practice.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Eagles for their initial possession of the game. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Wallace. And he whips that one incomplete there. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Wallace. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. From the 31, Darnold. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he goes out right around the 39.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Darnold. He finds Robinson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Wallace. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. About 3 yards there into the 27. The numbers for Sanders last week, 16 carries, 67 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wallace. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. His throw incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Darnold. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check it to a throw the next time.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Back to throw. Wallace. Smith with a first down and more. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wallace. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Wallace. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2nd and 8 coming up. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 24. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. Sanders. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It's definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. Once again with Sanders. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they're throwing it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. The kick by Bass is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's eye view of that throw. And it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. And Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
So that one will be accepted. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Now Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and goal. Darnold from the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. And his kick is indeed good. And that will tie us at 3-3. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having a 10-3 there.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Wallace. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They run with Sanders off the option. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wallace. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Wallace out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Hassan Reddick, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 6.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Wallace. Nowhere to go. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So that challenge is successful. Following the fumble recovery, Wallace, he wants it all for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. A try here for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. A first down throw, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
That caught up to him. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. To throw on third down, Wallace. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
Tight defense there on third down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. The kick by Bass is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens out in front as that game moves towards halftime. Tua Tagovailoa has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we'll stay in the AFC North and head over to Cleveland to check on the Browns. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Baker Mayfield has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Bryan Edwards, a touchdown reception. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Second and 11 now. Back to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go, boys, bring it up. At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Oh, he shifts past him. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 82 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off of play action, Darnold. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there. You would have had a smaller back. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a 1st down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. Down right around the 25. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go with McCaffrey, pushing through the contact. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Darnold. Oh, now it's stripped. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. To throw on 2nd down. Wallace. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Throwing on first down. Wallace. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Here's Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On 3rd down, Wallace. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down in bounds for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though?
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. The Panthers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, he finds his man, complete. That's Moore. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Panthers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this is caught. A big play there for Carolina. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot. And he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field, and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wallace. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play there for Philly.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Sanders. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Wallace. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Wallace. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Darnold on first down. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Push him back. Push him back.
Darnold now to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for Carolina. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Panthers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Darnold. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give me some. Give me some.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. On first down, It's Sanders, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
Another run with Sanders, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And this one is incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Sam Darnold and the Carolina offense set to take over here.
He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they even change game planning a little bit in order to make things better for them.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Darnold. Going to throw deep for the end zone.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Another run here with Sanders. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were buoyed, Charles, by